Hi guys, welcome to this Archicad tutorial. Today you will learn how to design this architectural structure in Archicad, even if you're just a beginner. My name is Milton. Get ready to master the master's secret. Let's get started. Before you begin, make sure you have set up your drawing unit. To do that, you go to Option, scroll down to Project Preferences, and on the drop-down menu, click on Working Unit. This page is going to pop up. In the length unit, set it to centimeters and click on OK. Now go to Documents and click on Polyline and make sure it's on the square polyline. Now we are going to create a square. Let's create a square of 20 meters by 20 meters. So click on your keyboard, 20 meters, and click on the drop down arrow on your keyboard, click on 20 meters again, and right click on the polyline and go to Move and scroll down to drag a copy. Click 2 times on the line to drag a copy and to keep the copy in the same position. So click on the edge and click this offset all edges to offset the edges. Offset the edges inward and click on 10 centimeters. Now let's differentiate the first square from the second. So we're going to change the outline. Let's set it to red. Next, go to Design and scroll down to Shell Tool. Make sure for the geometry method is at the third shell and for the construction method is on the first shell. Let's set it to a simple shell and let's change the material to a timber structural. Let's set the thickness to 15 centimeters and the outlines both on 2D and 3D. Let's set it to black. So we need to change all the outlines to black. So now on the first square we created, we are going to click on all the edges using our shell tool to create a square shell. Make sure you click on all the edges. And that's it. So if you go to 3D, you will see something like this. Now let's rotate it. Click on your Shift key to highlight it and click on this circular part. And let's change it to a flat surface, just like this. Go to the ground floor plan. Click on the shell tool. And let's drag a copy. Ctrl Shift D to drag a copy. Drag a copy and send it this way. Let's send it this way about 40 meters and make sure it's at 0 degrees. The next thing we are going to do now is to click on the shell again and click on Create Hole in Shell. So let's start this way. We are going to create a hole of about 90 centimeters and 90 centimeters. Create hole in shell. We'll start from this way. Click on 90 on your keyboard and enter. Same as this way, click on 90, 90 and 90. Now go to your 2D. What we are going to do now is we are going to right click on our shell and we are going to extend it all the way up. And as you extend up, it's going to be going downward. Let's set it to 30 meters. And after you've clicked enter, it's going to go upward. So now we're going to go back to our ground floor. Now right click on the hole you created on the shell and click on Ctrl U to multiply, copy. We're going to go to Matrix and distribute. For the copies, the first input is going to be 19 centimeters and the second input 19 centimeters. The reason why the two have the same amount of holes is because I'm using a square shell. So let's click on OK. Now I'm going to start here, and as you can see, there is a pencil with a plus sign. It means you want to move more copies of it. If we drag it this way, to click on it, and we're going to send it up this way to this. I'm going to click there. Now go to 3D and you see something like this. So what you're going to do next is to click on the shell tool and click on the blue line and drag it all the way up. Let's set it to 20 meters. So click on 20 meters, enter. And there is it. Now on this other edge, we are going to also click on 20 meters. click on it, click it on the same blue line again and drag it up, and make sure the angle is at 90 degrees, and then set it to 20 meters again. 20 meters. Enter. So next part, we are going to move over to this other shell, and we're going to click on Shift key and left click on it to highlight it. Click on this blue line again and drag it all the way up. Make sure it's at 90 degrees. Click on 20 meters, input 20 meters on your keyboard and click on OK. The same thing we did with the other one, we're going to do the same thing over here. Drag it up again. Make sure it is at 90 degrees and click on 20 meters. Enter. There we go. So now we are going to change the thickness to 10 centimeters. So now what we are going to do next is we are going to escape, and we're going to highlight this other copy, and we're going to click on Ctrl E to rotate. And now we have to drag it from this edge. Ctrl D to drag from this edge. We're going to bring it over to this other shell, and we're going to place it on the top like that. So we rotate and make sure everything is the same. What we're going to do now, we are going to change the material. So you escape and you go to Windows, click on Palette, and on the drop down menu, scroll down and click on Surface Painter. Now drag it to this end and click on Wood. Enter. And I'm going to show you the various types of wood that are available. So let's take this one, parallel, horizontal, and click on Project, Add to Project, and that's it. Now for the frames, I'm going to choose a lighter color. Let's choose this wood 37, 24, and Add to Project. And we have something like this. So now we are going to group the two of them. So let's click on Shift key and left click and all the way down to highlight the both of them, and click on Ctrl G on your keyboard to group them. So now if you click now, you're going to find out that they are as one element. Go to the floor plan, and now we are going to select this and we are going to rotate it to 45 degrees. Click on Ctrl E on your keyboard to rotate, and then you click the second time, then you rotate it 45 degrees. Since it's downwards, so we're going to click negative 45 degrees, and now we click enter. So now we'll drag it down, Ctrl D to drag. So now we are going to mirror a copy. To mirror a copy, you click on Ctrl Shift M on your keyboard, and we'll start from here. Make sure you click on the blue line. So you click on the blue line and you drag it all the way down. And for the angle, make sure it's at 180 degrees, and then you click enter. And we see something like this. Now if you go to our 3D, you're going to see this. You're going to see this. and that's it. So we'll go back to our floor plan again, and now we'll go to our slab tool, double tap on it to open the settings, and let's choose a simple slab and change the thickness to about 20 centimeters, and let's change the outline to black, both the 2D and the 3D outlines. Now let's choose the colors. Now let's go for concrete. Okay, so you choose a single slab and you start from this edge, and this click on the 4 edges of the two shells of the two shell element and bring it all the way up to create. And if you go to 2D, you're going to see this. So now we are going to drag this up for it to start where the shell ends. So escape and click on shift to highlight and then drag it up. Ctrl D to drag up to this point. There we go. Let's drag it a bit down. Ctrl D again. Drag it down. And that's it. Now go over to the floor plan again. Now we are going to offset the slab. Click on offset edges and offset it by 50 centimeters. 50 centimeters. Enter. I go down to so you see something like this. And the next thing we are going to do now, go to the floor plan. Now go to cutting wall, click on it and click on Ctrl T or just double tap on it. Go to skin and let's change this to 100, that's 1 meter, and also this 1 meter. And for this, let's set it to 150, 150 and 150 again. Go to the frames, and for the corner frames, go to the corner frames and set it to invisible. Set this to 0. And for the panels, set it to glass. And for this, glass. Set the frames to metal, all the frames to metal. And okay, and now we'll start drawing from this point where it starts and to this other point. And if we go to 3D, we'll see something like this. So what we do now, we'll click on it and we'll drag it all the way up from where the slabs end. And now come up here and set the height to 30 meters. Add another 0 and okay. So you see something like this. Now use the pick up parameters and click on it to extract all the parameters. Now we are going to do the same thing over here. Start from this edge and come over here to this other point. And we go again to our 2D. You see something like this. So let's drag this again upward. Ctrl D to drag. Let's drag it all the way up. Go to floor plan. And let's shift it a bit behind, like so. Same with this other spot. And same too with this other side. And there we go. So now click on your shift key on your keyboard and select the cutting wall. Now scroll up here to where you see trim element to wolf shell. Click on it and click on the shell tool, and then click on the part where you want it to remain, like the part that you still need. So you click downward because you still need the downward part, and for the upper part you don't need them. So after that, it automatically trims out the part which you don't want, and it automatically allows the part of which you want. So that's it. And so do the same thing over here. And it will look like so. Now what you're going to do is to go back to our floor plan, and now we'll click and go to first floor. Now we are going to select all these, both the walls and the cutting wall. So now we are going to mirror a copy. Click on Ctrl Shift M on your keyboard to mirror a copy. Click on the blue line as usual and drag it down. Make sure the angle is at 45 degrees and click enter. And this window is going to pop up, and you just click on continue. So now when it's done, it's going to look like this. And if you go to our 3D, what you're going to see is something like this. Now go back to our floor plan and scroll down to ground floor. Now we are going to click on the slab, and we are going to extend the slab over to this side. Same here. And the 3D, you see something like this. Click on the edge and offset the edges. Offset the edges to 200, that's 2 meters. And go to 3D. Escape and click on the stairs. Drag a copy, Ctrl Shift D, and drag it down to where this other slab ends. And now you're going to offset it again, 30 centimeters. Enter. Drag a copy again and offset it 60 centimeters. Again, drag a copy downward, offset it 30 centimeters. and now drag a copy again, offset it as large as possible, and that's it. So now you have something like this. So guys, that's all for me today. Hope you're able to learn one or two from me today. Before you leave, make sure you leave a like, because when you do so, it will send a notification to me and to YouTube that my video was worth someone time. And if you have any difficulties in Archicad, make sure you let me know in the comment section. So till we meet again, see you next time.